Lewis Hamilton superbike crash. Is Lewis Hamilton safe? Is he going to give up F1? The Formula One champion was riding a Yamaha FR1 when the accident occurred in Jerez, Spain, on Saturday. This was the same bike used in the World Superbike Championship by the Crescent team earlier in the year. The test ride was organized by British track day firm No Limits, and Lewis drove a black bike which had stickers with his racing number 44. But the Mercedes F1 driver was involved in a small crash during his test ride of the superbike. Is Lewis Hamilton safe? Mr. Hamilton walked away from the crash without any injuries, according to Autosport. He was then able to continue riding the bike after the incident. Is he going to give up F1? Hamilton be competing for his 6th F1 world title when it begins on March 17, 2019, with the Australian GP. He beat Ferrari driver Sebastian Vettel after both of them were competing for title number 5. F1 pundits have even tipped Mr. Hamilton to go after Michael Schumacher's previous records following his success this year. Next year, there is set to be a three-way battle for the title between Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. So it seems the superbike crash on Saturday has not put Mr. Hamilton off from getting back on the tracks. But first, he is looking forward to spending time with his family during the off-season this Christmas following a busy year. He said, "I haven't made any plans yet, but looking forwards to family time. I unfortunately still have a lot of work to do until mid-December sometime. But I'm excited for the winter break and just getting time to spend with my sister and the kids and my mom and my dad. The whole switch-off thing." Next news: Montezemolo, with Hamilton, Ferrari would have won the title. As everyone and their dog offers their 2 cents on Ferrari's performance this year, Luca di Montezemolo is the latest voice to chime in on the subject. The Italian executive, who presided over Ferrari's destiny for over 2 decades, praised Lewis Hamilton for clinching his 5th world title, believing the Mercedes driver would have also secured the crown had he been at the wheel of a red car. This year Hamilton made the difference in his best season since his debut, Montezemolo told Italy's Rai Radio. He has had moments of weakness and crisis, but this year with Ferrari he would have won. I say that not to belittle Vettel, who has every opportunity to rebuild with a competitive car. Despite the indisputable mistakes made by Sebastian Vettel this season, Di Montezemolo isn't solely blaming the German driver for the Scuderia's defeat. "This Ferrari is a very different Ferrari to the one I left in October 2014, in terms of men and mentality," he said. "Ferrari did a good car this year, which in some situations was even better than Mercedes. But the final part was missing. Vettel made some decisive mistakes, but for the World Championship you have to do everything to keep him up. He is a driver of the highest order and always close to the team. In frustration he must be supported, even more so with the arrival of a very strong boy, Leclerc, with a great future," he added. Schumacher also made mistakes in the first days, but it is always important to speak clearly in the locker room and support the team in public. Next news: Hamilton sends Rossi a message after Jerez superbike test. Lewis Hamilton confirmed his love for motorbike racing after a track test last weekend in Jerez, where the F1 driver sampled a Yamaha superbike machine. Donned in black leathers and riding a Yamaha YZ FR1, Hamilton enjoyed an outing alongside World Superbike riders Alex Lowes and Michael van der Mark during an event set up by Yamaha and British track day provider No Limits. While Hamilton suffered an inconsequential spill during the test, the Mercedes driver thoroughly enjoyed his experience and shared his thoughts on social media on Monday morning. "Good morning. "Woke up feeling great today," wrote the 5-time F1 world champion. "Miss riding the superbike already. FYI, I've always loved 2 wheels more than 4. Always wanted a motorbike since I was a kid, however I am super grateful my dad got me a kart. But current new love is out on track on my bike. I have the highest regard and respect for these motorbike riders," he added. "It's a much different discipline, however, requires some of the same basics such as time, patience, fearlessness, focus, agility and risk-taking, all of which make a sport exciting. And yes, I'd love to race bikes. But these guys are on another level, so I think I'll just enjoy riding and testing the limits on track." Mercedes boss Toto Wolff will have likely let out a sigh of relief after reading the last sentence of Hamilton's message. The Brit signed off with a few words for MotoGP legend Valentino Rossi, saying he needed to visit the Italian at his motocross ranch in Tavalia, Italy. "Valentino Rossi, I need to come to the ranch ASAP," he said.